What's up, y'all? It's Saturday. IHRA is at Milan Dragway, which is Durana Dragway now. They got $125,000 to win in Pro Mod. They got 31 Pro Mods on the grounds. I got the ladder. We're going to go over that, and you'll see who all's there. Randy Weatherford ended up being the number one qualifier, 360, 210 miles an hour. And let's go over the ladder right now. All right, so like I said, Randy Weatherford got number one qualifier. So we got Bubba Green versus Robert Cox. Bubba Green is actually in a car. I think he's half brothers with Scotty Cannon. Scotty Cannon is back behind that car. Frankie Taylor versus Jimmy Taylor. Kurt Stedding versus Larry Larson. Ty Tutterow versus Cole Pez, who's been looking like he's driving a bucking bull this weekend. Jacob McNeil versus Craig Sullivan. And Robin Roberts versus Paul Gibbs. Now I got to go to the second part for the next part. All right, then we got Lyle Burnett versus Randy Adler. Jason Partytime Harris versus Brandon Pez. That's Cole Pez's daddy. Kai Kelly versus Scott Taylor. Of all the places, they done drove all the way to Milan to run each other. Callie Mills, who has been on rails, versus Kyle Canyon. Robert Davis versus Mike Domenico. Jeff Rudolph, Ghetto Slay, versus Jackie Sloan. Wes DeStefano, I always struggle with that, versus Don Klooster. King Cartuccio versus B-Rad. And then Joel Wesley versus Disco Dean.
Red light right off the bat for Mike DiDomenico. Missed it by 0.06 of a second. An 0.28 light for Robert Davis. Nice job. Puts a 365 on the board in the heat of the day right off the bat. That turbo car spooled up, putting it in. Here we go. Oh, Taylor in trouble here, and I'm talking about the madman. It's going to go the other way. Jimmy Taylor with what would be certainly a big upset in round number one. The turbo car will take the win with a 396. Chance to go over there and talk to B-Rad. He's in the near lane, qualified in the 6th spot. And the win's going to go to Kenny Q, our number 6 qualifier. Nicely done here. 368 with a 9.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that run at all. I mean, nice straight down the track. 368. We're getting 360s right off the bat in the heat of the conditions. There we
also qualified number 1 last week and brought home the spoils. Leaves a little early here. Will not matter. Missed it by 0.03 of a second. Goes 366. That's low ET so far. 63 and a 6.
That 125 grand would be a nice down payment.
Boy, I'll tell you what. No doubt he kept her honest there. Had a double 09 reaction time. She had an 035. It's not like she was late, but he made her earn it for sure. She'll get the win with a 368 to a 383. Beautiful. Mopar sitting in the near lane. Really classy looking car. Road Charger. See if he can catch up with that rocket ship in the far lane. Doesn't look like that's going to happen here today. 030 light for Robin Roberts. Puts a 372 on the board.
They went right down the racetrack in that right-hand lane.
Now, Jeff Rudolph, your number 3 qualifier in the far lane, is a rocket ship, and both of them having to drive this car. Rudolph way over by the center line is going to hang on to it. It'll be a good effort. He's going to win it here with a pedestrian 415, if you will. 029 light. Both guys having to drive those cars. Number 12 and number 21. Less than 500s between the two. That's how tight it is here. Lyle Barnett in the near lane. Randy Adler in the far. Barnett in trouble, big trouble, had to get out of the throttle, still had a shot at it, and they were side by side at the other end. Margin of victory, just 17 thousandths of a second. Neil's car has been really fast. It's a rocket ship. He's really good. Qualified 13th with a 367. Oh, Sullivan going after him, and it looks like McNeil had a mechanical there, had to get out of the throttle early. Craig Sullivan driving the wheels off of it, puts a 391 on the board, and will take the win. The reaction times are both 0.26 for Sully. In the far lane. Missed the bulb. Listen to this. Brandon Pez knowing he has to go for it here, right? I mean, you got to take a shot. Goes red by 0.0003. 0.3 of a second too early for Brandon Pez. Now 14, number 19 qualifiers, just 300s between the two. Keith Engling, quote, the skinny kid. Crew chiefing on the right for Destefano. Destefano in trouble. He turned it sideways, got it in and out of the throttle, and will drive it to the stripe. A 419 will be good enough to win this one. And you could hear what the guys are listening to in the back, guys and gals, as they're pedaling these things up here. They're already getting mentally ready. Right, if it'll go straight, he's going to be a handful. The other side, Ty Tutteroll in the finals, 1 weekend to go. And the Mustang to the right again, and it's going to bite him this time. Man, he tried to hang on to it. He's been flirting and flirting with it. It just goes right every single time, and I'm sure those guys have been working so hard to try and get that car to go straight. Left rear quarter, and we talked about that before, by the way. I mean, Ty Tutteroll clearly winning this one, 0.42 light, 364. That might be low ET of the round, I believe. Really nice lap. 0.001 light for Cole Pez. Absolutely had it up, made up in his mind that he was going to go out there and battle. But, man, when you come back and slap the wall, those side slaps are brutal on the driver, and he is out of the car.
His dad's down there checking on him.
The starting line, Kai Kelly, one of the best, and Scott Taylor.
They know each other well. We'll see if they can get it in one of them's head.
Oh, man. Taylor all over the place. Finally got out of the throttle to save that one. 386 with a 0.004 light for Kai Kelly will win this one.
The tires and way out, you know, down the track further than what we usually see shake. So
win earlier this year.
006 red light for Larson's. Not going to happen today. 368 with an 021 light for Kurt Stedding. Earn it no matter what, but a really good lap. Shoes. I saw him get the wrench out here to try and back that motor down. They're going to push the car back here. I watched him warm it up. He ran through the gears. Everything looked great. Comes out here, does the burnout, rolls up to the front.
Yeah, it looked like something happened on the burnout. He started to burn out, and it looked like the car shut off as he was rolling forward. And
you know, that car was so consistent yesterday, all the way till the last run, Tommy. Then he had problems, and maybe it's just taken a hard turn here.
Had a chance to talk to him about that, and they did load it up. They were trying to go into the 60s and just went after it a little bit too hard. They're not going to make the call here. This is going to be a competition single for Joe Winsley here. Track.
Yeah, that's been his key to his success.
Sugenbach going down the track. That one looked pretty doggone good, too. 373 put together a nice run here. Didn't get out to the light. No need to. 093, but a 373 would be good enough to get him in a round two here in the competition single. In the Northeast, Nick and Chris Montana. And Bubba Green's going to struggle here, but it won't matter. He gets out of the throttle. You'd think he'd drive it to the other end, but he's going to grab the win. Robert Cox goes red by 1 skinny thousandths of a second. That'll give Bubba the win, but I'm...
All right, I got to do this ladder in 2 parts because it's too big right now. So the next round will be Randy Weatherford versus Bubba Green, Steeding versus Jimmy Taylor, Ty Tutterow versus Craig Sullivan. Colpez, I'm glad you're okay. Scared us. You gave me my thumbnail, but I definitely didn't like it like that. Let's see. Adler versus Robin Roberts. And now I'll go to the next side. All right, and then we're going to have Jason Harris versus Kai Kelly. That's going to be a good one. I hate to see Scott Taylor didn't get to make a whole pass. Robert Davis versus Callie Mills. Callie, you look like you've been in Pro Mod your whole life. You go, girl. Jeff Rudolph versus Stefano, and then Winsley versus Ken Cartuccio. I hated to see that for Disco Dean. Anyway, on to the next round.
Callie's car straight as a string, doing exactly what it needs to do. She will get the win here. A great ET with a 362. An 046 light had her behind at the starting line. Robert Davis did a great job with an 011 light. But
the Ghetto Sleigh and the Hearst Olds are ready to go. Oh, man.
Yeah, good side-by-side battle here. And unfortunately for Wes, he's going to be a little bit tardy. Jeff Rudolph's going to get the win, 368 with a 6, and 026 light, better at both ends of the track here. Screw blower in the far lane, Pro Charger in the near lane. This is going to be all Kenny Q here as he puts one together. 369, and right there with his round 1 performance of a 368. So nicely done there. You can see the difference there at the starting line, and that car is going to take the win. A 004 light at the hit of the throttle is a nice advantage over an 055 light. Puts a 366 on the board to follow that up and takes the win. Goes into round number 3. If you're sitting here looking at the back of the cars, you'd think Roberts was just dead late, but he was not. An 011 light is right on the money. However, Randy Adler was going after him and was early by a 10th.
I think they got the tune-up figured out. 363.
Yeah. Second quick here. Struggled in qualifying. Trying to find the performance inside of this car. Party time car in the far lane. Well, I'll tell you what, man, Kai Kelly right there beside him all the way through. An 034 light to an 021 for Jason Harris, and Harris puts a 367 on the board. That'll be good enough to take the win and go into round 3. Light. Sully was an 026 light. Might make up some here. He did not make up anything, and Sully was 012, and he was second to leave. Ty Tutterow, .0005 to the good, and then runs a 365 on top of that to take the win.
He bumped right in, rushing the turbo car.
Man, I'll tell you, Jimmy Taylor driving the wheels off of that thing. He's going to come up a little bit short, but man, was he driving that car. It's incredible, too, by the way, how fast it is. He went 217 earlier this weekend, goes 213 here. Unfortunately, will not get the win.
All right, let's go over who's got who next. Weatherford's going to have Steeding. Tutterow's going to have Roberts. Harris is going to have Callie. Rudolph is going to have Cartuccio. I can't even pick who's going to be the marquee matchup in those because all of those are fast. It's fixing to be really good.
Clash of the Titans. That's where we're at here. Quarterfinals, Pro Mod, $125,000 on the line. Reaction time advantage by a bunch going to our winner. Callie Mills gets after it at the starting line. 009 goes a 363. It's what you guys were talking about. Just do it again. But she got better at the starting line. Ken Q in the near lane. Rudolph in the far.
A little staging deal. There we go.
How about that?
When he takes that position here now, Corey Bailey, that means they're ready to launch.
And the Pro Charger car is going to pull up here just a little bit short. Nice pass at a 366 and an 020 light, but Ken Q got after it. For Ty Tutterow, had to get out of the throttle, turn the car completely sideways, and it's going to go to Robin Roberts. 363 backs up that 63 that he just put on the board in the previous round.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there with Kurt Stenning. He was a little late in the burnout. He did a real short burnout not to hold up Weatherford here. So hopefully there's nothing wrong over there and they got it all solved, but it was not the normal routine for Kurt.
Oh, man. It pulled Kurt's car through the lines, and unfortunately, that one was over before it began. 363 with a 7 for Randy Weatherford as he picks up 0.03 of a second.
But, man, it's a bummer for him. That's been a great race car for the last couple weeks. And
all right, I knew that would be some good ones. A couple of upsets. And when I say upsets, I mean I hate that Ty Tutterow didn't get all the way down, and I hate Steeding rolled through. So it's going to be Callie versus Cartuccio. Callie is laser focused, so she's my pick right this minute. Weatherford versus Rudolph, but they are all four tough.
Her a good hot rod. Good look at her right there in the near lanes. In the near lane, I should say. Top bulb's on. All right, let's go. Who's going to the final for 125 grand? Red light. 011 for Ken Q. A 008 for Callie Mills. But I believe she had issues right off the bat, right? She would have drove it down through there.
Yeah, she didn't shut it off because she saw the red light. She had an issue, and man, like I said earlier, you need a lucky round, and right there, that is a lucky round.
Current ET record holder. Left too early. Left too early for Robin Roberts. Too early by 29 thousandths. 026 light for Weatherford, and he's right back where he qualified. With that said, Robin Roberts was quicker.
Oh, I know Ken Cartuccio and Robin Roberts are kicking their sails right now. But as a racer, when it gets dusk like that, you're about to see that tree really good. And clearly, they both saw it really good. To the finals, Callie Mills versus Randy Weatherford.
And Callie Mills got that car back together this time. Unfortunately, it will not be enough. But boy, what a drag race here. She got beat at the starting line just a little bit and at the finish line just a little bit. 16 thousandths the margin of victory. And 024 light, he goes 3.601. Congrats to Randy Weatherford.
Congrats to Randy Weatherford. That was an awesome race to final it out. Wow. And congrats to Callie, because you went through the field and you were on it all day. So congrats to them. What a race. And thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing. Please leave me a comment because you know I love them. I will be back next weekend. They got NHRA at Brainerd. I won't be live there, but I will do the recap. So come back and check on me, and I will see you then. Bye.